friends, hi, long time no see, no sizzle. Yeah, don't mind the pimples. Okay, so it has been almost a year. We're done with this. Look how ugly it's gotten. My cats, if they ever go missing and I need a little fur sample, I'm just kidding. Not that. Anyways, okay, I'm just being weird. So we're gonna do a sketchbook tour. Yay. So I'm excited. I get to finally open up this bad boy. Another Etchr that's been sitting there for a good while. Yeah, so I'm excited. So if you want to know, my sketchbooks in Etchr. I love Etchr. They're my fave. Okay, let's start. Hey friends, let's do this. Etchr, dirt, fur. First page. I really like this first page. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. First pages are really yucky and hard for me, so this is one of my favorite first pages. I love him. I really like how I did the eye and the sparkly Nostralia. I think that this is a good reminder for me to look back at my old art, because there are things that I used to do that maybe don't do anymore, and it's a good reminder. And so yeah, see, we almost started a year ago. Almost a year. More shells. Yeah, so sparkly. I don't know what I was thinking with the different colors here, but you know what? That's fine. You know what's super funny too is I just repainted this abalone shell, specifically the same reference photo, and I did pretty much like the same. I did pretty good. It's pretty similar. It better be similar since it's me painting it. So yeah, it's just interesting to see, you know, how I did it back then versus now. And it obviously the shape is the same and like the way I laid down the colors are very similar. But yeah, it's funny to see the ones I've done before versus the ones now where I think I'm more pro at it now. This is Pearl. Pearl's not done and will never be done. Sorry, Pearl. This guy's very cute. I was making him into a sticker to sell at the cave store. I didn't quite like him, but now that I'm looking back, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with him. So I like him. And I really like my shells. I need to do more pearls. I want to get into, I'm gonna do like a whole page of just pearls. Here we are. This is one of my favorite threads. And I'm a big fan of redoing a painting multiple times because you learn something new each time. You might think no, but yes, you do. Yes. Okay, so this was 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what happens a lot. I go in hot and heavy, like Houston coming in hot. Like you can see, I laid down the colors way too thick at first. And then I did the same thing over here again. And also, a lot of the time too, I will just go in not really thinking about what I'm doing. Like, I don't plan it. I just start to go in. And then I'm like, yo, don't do that. Slow it down. And then it looks better. So it took me, it took me until the second time to do that. And then for some reason, I wasn't feeling this one. And I went and moved over to this one. But I really like this one. Because the way the water is like, I was using watercolors and Ferris wheel press ink. So this one is kind of pinky and then it goes into the greens and blues. So it's like a ocean confetti party, and who doesn't like that? Just kidding. Don't ever put confetti in the ocean. It's not good. But yeah, I like it. I think I did good with the fish, even though the fish don't look anatomically correct. The shadow helps. It helps. I helped. Okay. This is another shell that is not done and will never be done. And then here, we have a video. Happy Halloween, you guys. Happy Halloween. So I like it, but it's not my favorite. I think too is that I needed to go a little slow and I didn't. And a lot of the time too is I'll be like, I just want to get to the final piece, just the final, I want to be done. But it's like, Lucy, Mittens, the whole point is to have fun doing the whole process. So like, what the heck? So yeah, so like, it's fine. It's not bad. I can see here I went a little too fast and I don't like that. Look how weird. It's not straight. Anyways, happy Halloween. Okay, here we are at the abstract era. I did this one. Pete did this one, my fiance. I'm so happy he did this because he's never once sat at my desk and painted. He's a very good artist. Like, he can draw so well, it's not even funny. Like, and it's loud, soundy. I have my windows open, fresh air. So that's why you're hearing the garbage truck going by. But yeah, so he sat down and was painting, and I was like, here, try this, try that, try that. And he was having such a good time, and so I loved watching him do that. So I don't like mine, I like his. And I like this down here. The picture, or the camera's not picking it up as beautiful as it is, but the Ferris wheel press inks are so pretty. All right, more abstract. I had an idea in my head and it did not go the way we wanted it. And then this was a YouTube video. I'm also very, I think it's important to play around with your items, like your watercolors and stuff, and for me, if I say it's an abstract piece, if I just go into it knowing it's going to be abstract, the stress is gone, because I'm just like, abstract for me is just playing around, like effing around, like experimenting. But when I'm like, I'm gonna do whatever, I'm gonna draw a flower or paint a flower, then it's a little more, I get a little more stressed out about it. I don't know why. But so when you want to experiment, personally, when you say it's abstract, it's helpful. And I gotta be right back. Hold on. Sorry about that. My fiance texted and was like, I need to go to Best Buy or Walmart to get a new keyboard. And I'm like, I need a new Apple Pencil, especially because I need it. Okay, anyways, more abstract. I had just gotten some Daniel Smith watercolors, and the granulation game is amazing. It's amazing. If I had to pick out of the two, this one I like a little bit more. Okay, yeah, Happy Halloween. Same thing as the other one. Went a little too fast. Like, look at that. It's a little too fast. Anyways, he's okay. It's okay. It's not my favorite. Didn't finish, but this was another shell. And look at his back beans. His little back beans are gold. Gold. Yeah, so we're done. So this is another great example of coming in a little too hot and heavy, a little too Houston coming in hot, because I put down a lot of color and then was like, yo, you need to do it slower, because when you build up layers of watercolor, personally, I think it looks better. So then we went and redid it, and I think this one's much better than this one, but this was inspired by an artist on Instagram, and I don't remember her name, unfortunately. I think if you go back to this video, I'm 99% sure that I wrote the inspiration down. Also, that's another reason why I'm kind of done with this notebook. You're gonna see there are some blank pages or pages that I've sketched something out and didn't paint anything yet, is because a lot of the time, like if you look through my past notebooks, I can personally tell which artist I was more inspired by at the time. And I think right now, so the person I'm currently inspired by is Stephanie Law. She's so cool. She is so talented. If I could meet her in real life, I would fangirl out so bad. Stephanie, if you ever see this, which I don't think you will, but if you do, your art is amazing, whimsical. Thank you for sharing. You are so freaking talented, and I just love your art. But let me show you her really quickly. She utilizes texture from her materials. Sorry, I know the ring light's making it a little hard to see, but like, do you see how amazing and whimsical her art is? And so that's who I'm really inspired by right now. But that's why I'm ready to move on from this notebook, is because I feel like there are styles that I really like and appreciate. And if I were to try and paint like that, it doesn't feel right to me. I don't know how to explain it, but I know personally for me, my style is more whimsical. And so it takes, I think for me personally, to do the whimsical ideas that I have in my head, it takes more layers. And it's, anyways, I don't know how to explain it, but, yeah, so I think with this notebook, it's been a year, I've been through so many, and now I think I really truly know where my art is leading to. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm not even gonna talk about this page. I just didn't finish it. And that's okay. This was for a commission for my boss. So the piece was about 7 or 8 feet tall. So the idea was it's a piece that goes in her, it's so her cat can't go over a balcony. So this tall wooden piece, so when you're in her house looking out, you're looking at the foliage. And then let's say you're in her garden looking up, you see the railing and the behind part of her window. So, this was the first go, and this is the second go. Obviously, this one's my favorite, and she liked it. So, yeah, and it's actually getting put up today. I just spoke with her on the phone, so it's getting put up today. So I'm really excited. That was a cool commission piece. It taught me a lot because I work in a notebook. I don't work in a large scale. The largest piece I've ever made was, it's literally sitting right next to me. It's like 5 foot by 4 feet or something like that. So that's the biggest I've ever done. So that was a cool learning lesson for me. But yeah, so there's that. All gouache. Here. She's cute. She's grown on me. The hair is not my favorite, but it's grown on me and I like it. You know, crying is very important. It is okay to cry. And I've said this before, but there are types of tears. And if you were to dry them under a petri dish, they look very different. So like if you, for example, if you cry from pain, that's your body's like pain management. It's like almost your own medication. Like the tears help pain reduction. I don't know if that's the same for a broken heart. I don't know. But like if you're crying from onions, that's a completely different type of tear. I just find that fascinating. Water is I think water has a consciousness to it. Like I'm gonna go off tangent. There's an experiment done. This woman had two plants, right? So, and then she would water the plants with watered bottles, right? So for this plant, she would speak to the water and say good things to the water. Like, I love you, water, you're beautiful. Pour it into the plant. That plant grew. This water, she would say negative things to it. So it was negatively charged water. So then when she poured it into that plant died. So water is very important, and how you speak to yourself is important since we're made out of a lot of water. Anyways, a little scientific fact for you. This one I like. I didn't finish it, but I like it. And this was like a snowy, wintry night. And I was trying to figure out the whole like glowing effect, and I think I did pretty good for it being like one of my first times. So I like that. I'm gonna speak about this for a moment. I have been feeling, and it might, it's not just me, and I'm not looking for sympathy or anything like that. I'm just explaining how I feel. I also need water. So I have recently bought some new art supplies. Not these two. These were just these were from San Francisco when I visited with my mom. But I just recently bought these 4 tubes of Daniel Smith, which I don't regret. These are amazing colors. Plus these 2 Holbein pencils. And if you want to know the names, one is Peacock Blue and the other is Cobalt Green. And then if you're wondering for the names for these, we've got Kingman Green, Moon Glow, this one's my favorite, Shadow Violet, and Purpurite Genuine. So, and what I'm feeling right now is a guilt, obviously, because I spent like $72 on that. Which, you know, Daniel Smith is obviously a very, very high quality professional brand. So, you know, it's worth it, especially because, you know, you get a lot in the tube. But to me, I feel like I will never be, the feeling I'm getting right now is that I don't deserve them. Especially because I have other supplies that I could be using and don't use, at least to the fullest quality I think they could be used. Like for example, Stephanie Law, she uses these so well. And then I feel like I don't know and that I should be happy with what I have first. And that I don't deserve them and that I'm not a real artist. Which is just, you know, that's just the evil Lucy devil on my shoulder saying that, you know, because I am an artist. That's what makes me happy. That's what I do. I've been an artist since I was a little kid. It's just that evil part of me that's like, you don't deserve those because you don't even know how to use them to their full extent. And yeah, that's how I've been feeling lately. Not that I don't need sympathy. I don't need you guys to come on here and be like, you're a real artist. Obviously, that is very kind of you, but that's not what I'm looking for. I just want you guys to know that sometimes, you know, sometimes I don't feel too good buying stuff for myself, even though, you know, I am going to be using it. It's not like they're going to waste or anything like that. But anyways, so here we go. This bad boy is golden. This is the golden boy right here. He is made into many stickers. And you know what's so amazing to me is that my stickers are global. Not that I'm selling them globally, but that when someone comes into the cave store, for example, this one girl, she was from Japan. I have a sticker in Japan somewhere, whatever, is walking around on a water bottle in Japan. My art is global, you know? And then I had another woman, I think she was from Ukraine, and she bought one of my macrames, which I do a lot of stuff, you guys. I like to embroider, I like to crochet, I like to you know, there's a lot of other things that I don't film. I just do the painting. But like that piece is in Ukraine right now, you know? And so I'm so happy to know that my art is making others happy and going around the world. It's such a good feeling, you know? Anyways, this was me trying out these guys for the first time. So if you want to take a closer look. So this one is Shadow Violet. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's like blues and kind of reds in there. And then this one is obviously this guy, which is really cool. Moon Glow was this one with like some blues in it too. And then Purpurite Genuine is this guy. And it's funny too, is I was watching Stephanie Law, and she said the same thing too, where she's like, it's very important to play around with your new supplies or just your art materials, just so you can see how they work. And she's like, I'm gonna do some tendrils at the bottom. So I did some tendrils at the bottom. So this was inspired by Stephanie Law. Anyways, yeah, so I think it's really cool. Not my favorite. So this guy, I was trying to do a scene. There are no ants on my coffee. No. Doing a screen. I took a screen cap from Home Alone with Kevin McAllister of him, you know, hanging up the tree. I like his face better. Don't like this face. Like this tree better, not that tree. But then we didn't finish it, so like here we go. And then we did it in that way, like my style, my simple like illustrative style. And it's okay, it's not my favorite piece in the world. It's by all means not. But there is a video up on that. This one I was trying to do a snowy scene with monochrome colors, and it's okay. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite. This guy I love. I don't remember who inspired me for this one. I'm sure on the video I've mentioned it, but it's really cute. If someday, if I were a children's illustrator, I feel like this would be very cute to that kind of style. So I'm happy with this piece. I think it's really cute. Should probably show you closer. You guys, I don't know if you won't know, but this is my 3rd time filming this. So yeah. Let's keep it going. We're just playing around. It's nothing much. This guy drew out and didn't finish it. And this was supposed to be a sketch for something I was going to do for the Birch Aquarium, which is a local aquarium near me. If you ever come to La Jolla, the Birch Aquarium is amazing. And it's for the best because that Garibaldi is scary looking. No, thank you. This I do not. No. No, you're upsetting me. You're upsetting me. I'm just kidding. Look at her face. I messed up. Yeah, I don't even want to. No. Part of the reason too is because the colors I picked. Also, I decided to outline it with a Micron pen. That was a 5 or an 8. And that was way too big. Way too big. Anyways. This I might come back and finish. This was the Birch Aquarium situation. As you can see, my Garibaldi's much nicer looking. But again, I'm done. This has been a year in this notebook. I'm done. I'm ready to start a new one. I think, notebooks hold memories and emotions, and not that they're bad or anything, any of the ones that I have, but I'm ready to start anew and leave this behind and look at it when I want to. And just remember it and know that I've made the art in here, but I'm ready to start anew. This was inspired. I don't know how to say her name, Emniwa, but she did a cute little scene of Howl in from Howl's Moving Castle, a Studio Ghibli movie. And I like it. I think this happens a lot. I've said this before, where I will make I'll draw it out first, and the first one will be better than the second one to me. So I don't know if that's pressure. I'm just putting, I think it's like, it's that idea of like, okay, Lucy, the second time is going to be worse. So it's like, I put that thought into my head, and then of course it's worse, I have an ice cream truck going by, you guys. It's finally summer. Summer. Can you listen? Who knows if you can hear it. Anyways, this is another thing too, is I got new colors a while ago too, because I was really into Emniwa's color palette, and then I kind of stepped away from it. And it's not that I don't use these colors still, but I work more with watercolor, not gouache, I'd say, and so these were gouache, but and it's not like they're going to waste. It's just I feel like I should be taking more time using what I have first than buying more, and I think that's my problem too. But I don't know, it's not like they're being wasted. They're still there, and I still love these colors, but right now my focus is on the whimsical, more dark and granulating colors, not just opaque gouache. But I think it's cute. I think this one's cute. This is a good reminder for me not to be a people pleaser, because I am, and I don't want to be. Okay, here's another one. This is my cat, Nala. Nala's Lala. Nader girl. My Nady girl. So, I really like this sketch. Unfortunately, the gouache from that has transferred over, so I may, take a screenshot what? I might trace this again in the next notebook, but at the moment, I'm not feeling like this painting at the moment, so. And then this one, this is funny. I really like this one. It's cute, it's whatever. I always think this though, when I'm painting something and I've done all the foreground stuff, and then I start to move on to the background, I'm like, there's so much black space. I'm like, you could have filled it in more, but I didn't, so. Yeah. This bad boy was a new, I was designing a sticker for the cave store, but we realized that my OG design is much better. So we're sticking with that. This is the bad boy. The golden boy. And then this is just a simple gouache painting with my dog. Unfortunately, this black is transferring over, so that's why that's there. But it's okay. It's not my favorite. It's something, though. Here's where we get to me. This feels more like me. I don't know why I stopped with this one. I was like, I don't like how the colors went. But it's like, the colors are not bad, Lucy. I don't know what you're doing. But if I hadn't have stopped doing this one, I wouldn't have made this one. And I really, really like this one. She's so cute. Like, this feels more like me. And I was having a really good time painting this. Like, I had no plan. I just went in and did it. And then here, I had no plan with this one either. This is very Stephanie Law inspired, but I love this one. This is one of my favorite pieces I've ever made, and I'm considering redoing it because I know I could do it really cool and better this time. Yeah, you can see the soaking through of, which one did that? Let's see. Which painting did it? Oh, it was definitely this one. It was this one that did that. Oh, whoa, went a little too fast there, friends. Went a little too fast. This one, same thing. Went in Houston, coming in hot. Didn't think about it, and then was like, Lucy, why did you put everything down like that? And then you didn't go slow or think about it, and now it looks ugly. Like this. I was like, frick it, I'm just gonna do, you know, and then it's like, what is that? What is that? That's weird. Think about it. I need more water. Oh, sorry, friends. Also going off. Okay, next page. Now this is where we're getting to the cream of the crop. I'm just kidding. It's just a good idea, I think. And I'm trying to come up with a sick tide pool painting. Like, so when people see it, they go, those are Lucy's tide pool paintings. No one else does them. That's a Lucy painting. I want to be known. And but anyways, I really like how I added some pinks and stuff into here. Add some depth, and I like my sea anemone. This looks like the Eye of Sauron. Just kidding. It's a sea anemone. These are cute. I generally would not have been using the blues and purples and yellows like that, but that's what it looked like in the photo, the reference photo, the photography, you know? And I think it came out really cute. I really like this guy. Like, I would probably make that into a sticker. This one's pink and green. Obviously, we know I like that, so. Not my favorite, but, you know, it's something. This is a little earth butterfly, and this is a desert butterfly. That's what I consider them. And we have a video on this one. You're not done. I love. Look how pretty. Look how pretty. And I did her kind of vintagey. I love her hair. Like, I love this one. It's simple, and I only use like 2-3 colors. I love her. Love her. What happened to your face, girl? What happened? What the heck? I really like this one, though. I really like it. Her hair is okay. It's not bad. It's not great. It's, you know, why is her tail like that? Who knows? You know, I don't know. But this was good. I like, I was using colored pencil, and it kind of looks like mussels. Mussels from the ocean growing on the rocks. Will I finish it? No, probably not. And then here's this bad boy. This is the last one. Yeah, this one I did the same thing. Came in a little too hot and heavy, and then I was like, you know what? You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. So yeah, this is it. This is it. So the takeaway for me is go slow when you're doing your paintings. Pick stuff you actually like. Don't force yourself to do anything you don't want. Just be in the moment, feel it, and then have fun. Okay, Well, that's it. That is it. We're going to be starting a new sketchbook. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to be notified. And if all goes well, Wednesdays will be upload days. Wednesdays, Charles full of okay. Bye. Bye.